Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to a new video of Sunanda's tutorial. In this video, we will discuss about the rest of the part of the chapter sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So, in my previous video, I have discussed till the contrivances of self pollination. So, today we will discuss about the contrivances of cross pollination. Cross pollination, otherwise known as allogamy, it involves the transfer of pollen grain from anther of one flower to the stigma of flower born on another plant of same or allied species. So, cross pollination within a species also called as genogamy. Okay, so there are some adaptations followed by plant to do the cross pollination. At first, unisexuality or dicliny, where when the flowers are unisexual, they must follow the cross pollination because they do not have any other option. Okay, they have only one either male reproductive organ or female reproductive organ, so cross pollination is obligatory there. Okay, next, what is dichogamy? Dichogamy means when a stamen or male reproductive part of a plant and carpel, that means female reproductive part of a flower, mature at different time, so they have to perform the cross pollination. The case where stamen mature earlier than stigma called as protandry, and when stigma mature earlier than stamen called as protogyny. Okay. Another condition is heterostyly, where flowers are dimorphic. For example, as in case of lacthyrum, three types of flowers, so pistil and stamen of different length. That condition is called as heterostyly. Okay, some flowers have two types of flower. One is pinnide, another one is thromyes. Pinnide with long style short stamen, thromyide have short style long stamen. So in that case, they cannot perform the self pollination as stamen and carpel born at different length. So cross pollination is obligatory in that case. Then horcogamy. Horcogamy is the condition where there are some barrier. Okay, barrier between the style and anther, between the stigma and anther. So they cannot perform the self pollination. There are some barrier between the stigma and anther to prevent self pollination. The pollen grains cannot reach to the stigma of female part of that flower, so cross pollination is obligatory there. Okay, another one is self sterility or self incompatibility. Self incompatibility means the pollen grain of the same flower cannot germinate on the stigma of that same flower. Such flower is called as self sterile or self incompatibility, also termed as intraspecific incompatibility. In these flowers, cross pollination is the only way for fertilization and production of seed. Okay. Next, there are some agents which help in the cross pollination. At first, there are some abiotic agent like air and water. Air pollination, the pollination through air called anemophily, through water called hydrophily, and through biotic agent like insect called entomophily. Next, through birds called ornithophily. Next through bat called chiropterophily. Next, through reptiles and mammals can also perform the pollination. Okay, next, after pollination, double fertilization occur. Double fertilization, at first this double fertilization process suggested by Navaschin. Okay, and he suggested that both sperm release by pollen tube are involved in fertilization. They fertilize two different element of embryo sac. So Novaschin said that two sperms released at embryo sac, one fertilized to the egg, another fertilized to the polar nuclei, and this phenomenon is called as double fertilization. The male nuclei which fertilize to the egg form the zygote, another male gamete which fertilize to the polar nuclei form endosperm. At first it will form primary endosperm nucleus, next it will grow to form endosperm. Next, then These are some post-fertilization events. At first, development of embryo from the fusion of male gamete and polar nuclei. Next, development of embryo. At first, male gamete and female gamete fuse to form zygote. Zygote develop to form embryo. Then embryo, from the ovule seed is formed and total ovary is converted into a fruit. These are the development and events that occur after fertilization. Next, formation of zygote. So the fusion of male gamete and female gamete leads to the formation of zygote. Then from zygote, embryo is formed. Then from embryo, seeds, total ovule is converted into seed, and total ovary is converted into fruit. So it is about fruit. There are some true fruit, some so parthenogenesis is if ovary transformed to fruit without fertilization, called as parthenogenesis. Parthenocarpy induced with gibberellin and auxin without fertilization. Then false fruit, any part of plant other than ovary, when fruit is developed from any other part other than ovary, forms the fruit, for example as in case of apple. Then seed consists of cotyledon, embryonal axis, and seed coat. Seed coat is double layered. One is testa, then tegmen, called the inner core. Okay, these are the structures of seed, of dicot and monocot seed. Then what is apomixis? Apomixis is the formation of seed without fertilization, called as apomixis. Okay, and what is polyembryony? Occurrence of more than one embryo is called as polyembryony condition. Poly means many, embryo means embryo, so polyembryony. Okay, so it is the overall life cycle of a typical angiosperm. Okay. Okay, it is all about your sexual reproduction in flowering plant, and it is just a revision video. The detailed video I have already uploaded in my chapter previously, so if you have not watched those videos, please go through that video. And in those videos I have discussed everything about sexual reproduction in flowering plants in details. Okay, so please watch those videos because you all have your board examinations, so please watch those videos. If you like those videos, this video, please hit the like button and share with your other friends, and please subscribe to my channel Sunanda's tutorial. Thank you.